Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. 10 reasons the Dallas Mavericks aced the Klay Thompson sign-and trade. The Dallas Mavericks recently just made a sign-and trade to acquire Golden State Warrior legend and one of the best three-point shooters in NBA history, Klay Thompson. Dallas sent Josh Green to the Charlotte Hornets, while the Warriors got 2 second-round picks. Thompson signed a 3-year, $50 million contract at 34 years old. It might be hard for fans to look at Thompson in another jersey, but the Mavs organization and fans are excited to welcome Thompson with open arms. With the Mavs losing in the 2024 NBA Finals to the Celtics in 5 games, it was obvious the team needed another piece to their roster, and general manager Nico Harrison struck gold getting Thompson. With his tremendous history in the NBA, Thompson brings so much to the Mavs that they desperately needed. With Thompson on board, it was a move that the team aced. Having Thompson on the Mavs roster will be interesting, and the sky is the limit. When building a team, every draft pick matters. After trading away first-round draft picks over the past few seasons to upgrade the roster, the Mavs were able to get away with trading just 2 second-round picks to the Warriors. They have been aggressive with trading first-round picks in the past, and they got this deal done while using just second-round picks. It's important that the Mavs avoided giving up a first-round pick, and they did. The second-round picks might have been worthy of trading down the road in the future for another key piece, but adding a guaranteed starter in Thompson was worth it. The Mavericks are set to be good for years to come, and those second-round picks likely wouldn't have meant much. While losing Green does hurt a bit, at least he is heading to the Eastern Conference. Green did add more value to his game after an impressive Game 5 of the Finals, and at least he isn't heading to Golden State. With Green now gone and Big D, the Mavs will have to rely on other guards to play a bigger role for next season. Warriors add $34 million 76ers guard in first post-Klay Thompson move. The Golden State Warriors reacted quickly to the news that Klay Thompson is headed to the Dallas Mavericks in NBA free agency. Golden State agreed to terms with former Philadelphia 76ers guard DeAnthony Melton. Free agent DeAnthony Melton plans to sign a 1-year, $12.8 million deal with the Golden State Warriors, sources tell at The Athletic at Stadium. The Athletic's Shams Charania reported on July 1, 2024. Melton was on a 4-year, $34.6 million deal with the Philadelphia 76ers. The 6'2" guard signed a much shorter contract but upped his average annual salary after agreeing to terms on a 1-year, $12.8 million deal with Golden State. What are the Warriors getting by adding Melton? The guard will not replace Thompson but likely add some defense, scoring, and shooting off the bench. Melton averaged 11.1 points, 3.7 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1.6 steals per game while shooting 36% from long range in 38 appearances last season. The guard battled back injuries last season, which sidelined him for much of 2023-24. Melton played in 77 contests, including 58 starts, during the 2021-22 season for the Sixers. New Warrior DeAnthony Melton 2022 playoff highlights. Golden State was able to agree to terms with Melton after Thompson's departure opened up the salary slot. NBA teams cannot sign new players to deals until July 6, so anything reported before this date is a non-binding verbal agreement. With Thompson decided, the Warriors moved quickly to sign DeAnthony Melton to the full mid-level exception, league sources confirmed to Yahoo Sports. Yahoo Sports' Jake Fisher detailed in a July 1 story titled, NBA Free Agency 2024, the market impact of Klay Thompson's move to Dallas. That deal will be for 1 year at the $12.8 million salary slot Golden State opened after Thompson's large cap hold slid off their books and the Warriors waived Paul WOJ on the Warriors. A lot of the teams who lost out on Mikal Bridges from Brooklyn have transferred over, trying to see if they can land Lauri Markkanen out of Utah. Golden State is one of those teams. Thompson will technically move to the Mavericks on a sign-and trade that also involves the Charlotte Hornets. Golden State will gain a trade exception as part of the deal, per ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski. Outside of adding Melton, the Warriors have come up empty on alternative options with Thompson exiting the Bay Area. Golden State was unable to find a trade partner for Chris Paul before releasing the point guard at the start of free agency. The Warriors also failed to strike a deal with the Los Angeles Clippers for Paul George before the star opted out. Now, Golden State is turning their attention to Utah Jazz sharpshooter Lauri Markkanen. The Warriors tried to negotiate a trade for Paul George with the Clippers, sources said, before the All-Star wing opted out of his contract to test free agency and ultimately join Philadelphia, Fisher added. Golden State now remains one of the few teams most connected to a pursuit of acquiring Markkanen from Utah, according to league personnel. Golden State is likely hoping that Thompson's exit can open up opportunities for some of the young Warriors players like Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, and Brandon Podziemski. Based on these latest reports, this is not stopping the franchise from exploring potential blockbuster trades to land another key player. Lauri Markkanen reportedly drawing major interest from Western Conference team. The Utah Jazz appear open to an off-season trade of forward Lauri Markkanen, and one team may be shaping up to be most aggressive in pursuit of him. The Golden State Warriors are strongly interested in Markkanen after missing out on Paul George, according to Jake Fisher of Yahoo Sports. The Jazz have indicated to other teams that they are willing to listen to calls on Markkanen, but may simply be doing their due diligence before they can open extension talks with the forward. It is not clear that the Jazz might be asking for in return for Markkanen, but multiple first-round picks may be a requirement. The Sacramento Kings, San Antonio Spurs, and Minnesota Timberwolves have also been linked to Markkanen, though perhaps not as strongly as Golden State has. The Los Angeles Lakers had previously been linked, but it is not clear if that is still the case. The 27-year-old has 1 year remaining on his contract, which adds another wrinkle to his situation. Markkanen's appeal to other teams is obvious. He averaged 23.2 points and 8.2 rebounds per game for the Jazz last season while shooting nearly 40% from three-point range. Big men that can shoot are worth their weight in gold in the modern NBA, so Markkanen looks to be hugely valuable. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Lauri Markkanen? Leave your opinion in the comments.